And Clint, Michael Walter Racing certainly had a solid season. You're right up there in the points battle. I know you'd like to get this victory Sunday here at Indianapolis. Just talk about coming in here to Indy and your prospects for this weekend.
Yeah, it's good to be back to the racetrack. I mean, it seems like we've been gone a month. Seems like I've been gone a month. That was a big off weekend for me. We had our charity golf tournament, dirt racing, truck racing on dirt. It was a lot of things going on, but fun to be back here. It's kind of weird to get back in the swing of things. It's one of the biggest races of the year, but looking forward to getting back in the car and working with Brian and all the guys. Everybody at MWR has done such a great job. So proud of both of my teammates for getting in victory lane. Obviously, I need to get my butt in gear and get in victory lane, but certainly proud of where we're at in the standings and everything. We just got to, keep this momentum swing rolling and keep building. That way we can hit this chase in stride, and if our wins come this year, I'd just as soon them come in the chase anyway, so we can have a shot at the championship.
Questions for Clint? If you have one, raise your hand. Start over here with Marty, and then we'll go to Bob.
Marty Smith, ESPN. In terms of
Yes, you are.
Yes, sir. All day, every day. In terms of prestige and coveted trophies, where does Indianapolis rank for you?
Well, I think it's second. It's the obvious second. I think it's the Daytona 500 and then the Brickyard. I mean, it has been ever since I've ever been in a sport. I think, you used to hear talk about the Southern 500 and things like that, but for my generation, my era, I definitely think it's those two trophies.
Let's go to Bob and then Alan.
Bob Hocker, Sporting News. How was your time in the Hollywood Hotel? Was it enjoyable, or was it excruciating to watch and not participate?
A little bit of both. It was a lot of fun. I thought the Mark Smith and believe it or not, Michael, a lot of the guys did a great job of covering the race. I thought the coverage was good. I mean, basically, I was stuck in a cage in there in a Hollywood hotel with all my world racing out there, and it was really hard to sit there and watch. But I thought the night went down, very well. I thought that the racing was good. As like Jeff said, everybody was kind of thinking, oh man, why is the track so dry slick? But it led to great race. And I've raced at Eldora, obviously, in a Prelude, and watched my dirt late models race there. Just again, proud of NASCAR for taking a chance with that. And I believe that there was many great things came out of it. I think it opened some eyes to some options, with this sport. And I'm not just talking dirt racing. I thought the Wednesday night deal was kind of a different appeal that I liked, and kind of gave us a chance to showcase our sport to maybe a different crowd.
Let's go to Alan.
Alan Kamano, NASCAR.com over here. Clint, just being the new Gen 6 car on this track, what tracks help you prepare for this one, since you haven't been on it yet with this car?
I know. They always say Pocono, I guess. Or a lot of people in the garage area think Pocono. Does that help you? I don't think I ran very well at Pocono, so I'm going to say there's nothing that is like Indy. There isn't, man. I mean, it's so fast. You get down to the end of the straightaway, and I mean, that baby bends hard left. You're like, the first time you're out on the racetrack, there's no way in hell I'm going to make that corner, and she goes right around there, and you just kind of work on your balance and perfect it from there. But it gets your attention probably more than any racetrack that I go to. You just, like I said, you're carrying so much speed down into the corner. First few times around this baby, you're pretty wound up.
Other questions? Mike? Bob's got another one. Go ahead, Mike.
Mike Neff from FrontStretch.com. Hey, Clint. Growing up in the Midwest, running on dirt, did you ever think about wanting to run here in open wheel rather than going the stock car road, or were you always pretty much a stock car guy?
Oh, I was pretty much always a stock car guy. I mean, modifieds don't have front fenders on them, but they certainly got rear quarter panels on them. I need fenders. I grew up learning to lean on each other and put on a good show, and those things wheel hop pretty bad. I drove a sprint car one time, and that was enough for me. So that was my open wheel career. But I think it's fitting. I think it's neat to watch these stock cars race on this racetrack. It's important to all of us. You know, the history and tradition behind this racetrack is so special for everybody. I mean, it doesn't matter if you follow racing or not. Everybody knows about Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the prestige that it holds. So, you know, it's an honor to be able to race here. It really is.
Let's go back to Bob.
Bob Hocker, Sporting News. You kind of talked about it earlier, but does it bother you that your teammates have won and you haven't? And do you feel like you're second in the points? I mean, do you feel like you're second, like you're right behind Jimmy, or do you feel like he's as out front as the points?
Well, I'm certainly not right behind Jimmy, but I guess I'm the closest person to him. We've done a great job of being consistent, and that's what, you know, I like to focus on, and especially working into the chase. I think these summer months have always kind of been difficult for me in my past, and what I've seen out of my team over these summer months, I really like a lot, and you know, it excites me about our chances for the chase. Does it bother me my teammates have won? Absolutely not. I was super happy and proud of both of them. I mean, both of them were great stories for not only MWR, not only themselves, but the sport. I mean, I'm a fan of the sport. I love the sport, and you know, you have Truex. He was in my rookie class. I mean, seeing him, you know, get his win that everybody knew was a long time coming was special for everybody. Brian Vickers. I mean, the man about lost his life, you know, and battled back, got another opportunity, made the most of it, and you know, got back in victory lane. So just two great stories, and happy to be a part of it. And you know, hopefully we'll get another one here sometime soon.
Let's go to Jeff, and then over here to David.
Jeff Gluck from USA Today. You talked about Eldora opening up, maybe some more eyes thinking outside the box.
Was Love in the Fast Lane yours? Was it?
No, that's Nate's. I
okay.
can't claim that. Sorry.
That's awesome. So we had a dirt race this weekend, first time in like 90 years.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask.
Maybe
you about.
120 years. When was it? It was a long time ago.
It wasn't 90. It was back in 19.
They maybe didn't even have asphalt back then.
Would you like to be in a cup race on dirt, and what do you think that would be like?
Why not? You know what I mean? I mean, again, if the fans liked it and it was, you know, well received and people enjoyed it, why not? You know what I mean? This is a fan-driven sport. It always has been. We've always been able to deliver to the fans bigger than most other sports, and continue that. You know, that's my opinion on it. It's all about the fans. You know, these tracks didn't build as big as they are, not having that fan base and not being able to deliver to fans. And you know, if whatever it takes, it doesn't. In my opinion, doesn't matter as long as they're happy. You know, I've got a place to make a living and have a lot of fun doing it.
Let's go over here to David.
As long as we're talking outside the box, what do you think it would be like to run around this place at night if they ever do pursue the idea of lights here?
Boy, you're going to need nuclear power to light this place. I mean, it's you'd have to shut down downtown to have enough power to light this track. It's huge, but I don't know. I don't know that matters. You know, I remember just look back at all the races that they've run on this place. That's what's important about this track, in my opinion, is the tradition. You know, of coming back here. You know, I think that's why the fans have come here for years and years and years, and it's always, you know, been a day race, and I don't see why it shouldn't be. Grip level would be, you know, really well in a night race, and you know, I think at least in the you know, a day race on Sunday, you slip and slide around quite a bit here and create some you know, exciting racing. So I'm happy with a day race here.
Any other questions? Right here. Let's go to Dick.
Dick Mittman, 500 Old Timers. You had a 71-year-old driver start the race here recently. Do you ever envision yourself ever being able to start a race at 71?
If I make it at 71, I'm going to be pumped. I got to get there first, let alone start a race. I doubt I'll be able to do that, but it was pretty cool. You know what I mean? What an accomplishment. I mean, I would definitely say that's going to be the oldest guy to ever start a race in the history of NASCAR. No, like I said, it's going to be an accomplishment getting there for me.
Let's go to Bob again.
Is there anything that you feel like would key you guys as going from being just consistently strong to winning?
You can win a championship being consistently strong. We're second in points being consistently strong. I feel like, an exception of one, we've covered our bases. We've done a good job of being there each and every week. Stubbed our toe the last race in New Hampshire. Just went the wrong way. We were fast all weekend long. Kind of had a little bit of a difference in weather conditions and made a decision and stuck with it. And we went the wrong way. Brian kind of went another route and ended up winning the race for him. So that happens in racing. It's a humbling sport. The 3 races before that were all solid top 5s, and that's what I feel like where our team's at right now. I believe we're a top 5 team week in and week out, and if you do that enough, you're going to get your wins. So I'm really not concerned about that. Just being consistent, staying in the hunt each and every weekend is what's going to give you a shot at a championship.
Got time maybe for one more question, anybody? One final question for Clint?
It's just one more.
One more. David, oh my goodness. Clint.
I had to run my mouth.
Clint, I'm sorry. Go ahead, David.
You mentioned a big dirt race was run this week, and it just seems like people are talking about Eldora, and not Brickyard 400. You think it overshadowed it a little bit, and maybe that should be run another week?
I don't know. I think it's something. It's a change. We don't change a whole lot in this sport, and look at the excitement and attention that one change made, and it was a truck series. So I guess I'll just put a period after that. And let you write the rest.